He originally told us 7. I said, oh, so it gets worse. It gets worse. Our birthday party last year when it was a murder mystery with instructions and you had to like...
She was forced to socialize, and that was a whole test in itself. But yeah.
And I literally went, I'll be fine with this bull riding challenge. I don't have to do this.
So a lot of like verbalization and then in turn just like that emotional fill.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
getting
yeah.
energy out of it instead of energy being pulled from you for it.
Oh, yes.
Where I give you 2 options and you just have to pick
What a theme. I love it.
Okay, so welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Okay, so
There's a bug.
welcome to Golden Hour, where we chat until the sun sets. And today I have with me a former UCLA gymnast, a professional choreographer, and an overall just baddie.
I love how your voice started off so soothing, so calm. And then we've gotten into the real cackling that we do daily.
I'm not able to get my introductions. JaNay, honest.
Thank you.
Okay, so JaNay, I have something for us to sip on while we do this podcast.
I love to sip. Is it tea?
And it's called Golden Hour. It's de soy, I think it's de soy.
De soy.
I'm clear. I'm French.
De soy.
I actually am French.
I
Did you know that?
I can imagine. Yes, I can
It's
believe that.
It's my white.
Which is
white
why. Which is why you need to pronounce this correctly. Which I know.
Soy. Mais oui.
What is it though? Oh, it's sparkling.
So it's sparkling aperitif non-alcoholic, and it's called Golden Hour, and it's crisp citrus zest, herbaceous. It says.
I want to get the.
Oh yeah. ASMR it. Here, wait. You want to do it, and then I'll hear.
Oh. Yeah. Both of our cameras. Your camera. Your microphone. Both of ours. Just one.
Just do the one.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh my.
Ah.
Okay, that better have been worth it.
Oh.
Does it taste good?
Oh, it's like gingery. Does it have ginger? Oh no, it tastes gingery, which is perfect.
Pear, bergamot, lion's mane. I don't see ginger on here.
Well, but
maybe I'm blind.
Taste it because maybe I'm crazy. It gives a ginger vibe. Not spicy, but a ginger vibe.
Oh God. Oh, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, I also panicked.
So let's get started. That was a very big detour.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the
Right.
bubbles. Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of both.
That's all I could do.
A little bit of both. Right. Well, shall we get started?
Yes, we should.
Right.
I'll follow your lead.
This is getting bad. We're in Harry Potter season right now, so
yes.
the accents just kind of come out. Like they don't have any time or place. They do what they do.
Not at all.
So let's talk about you. Why don't you
Okay.
tell everybody a little bit about who you are? Like either, just in general.
From the beginning.
From the beginning. Maybe not from birth, but just
Yeah.
a general overview. Like
No,
very
absolutely.
general.
As she mentioned, I was a UCLA gymnast. So, grew up, started gymnastics at around like 5, 6, progressed really quickly. UCLA became my dream school. So then I made that my goal. And I ended up passing up like other scholarship opportunities to walk on to UCLA because I felt that UCLA would be the best school for me to reach my academic potential, my athletic potential, and I did. So I ended up walking onto the team. Sorry, there's a bug. I don't like bugs.
This is what happens when we're outside, okay?
Yes,
Bugs
yes.
will come. They will be here. So just ignore them. Okay, so you walked on to UCLA. And
Yes.
what did you mostly do for the gymnastics team? What was your event?
So I competed on vault, bars, and floor. So beam was not my event, which I loved because once you get to college, you focus on your strengths. And I said, sayonara beam. I will not be competing on you ever.
Goodbye.
But yeah, so I competed at UCLA, was my dream school, and I ended up earning a scholarship in my senior year, so that was really, really cool. We won nationals in my senior year. I'm the Pac-12 uneven bars champion, so that was a really great time. And then I got into sports broadcasting after. I knew that I wanted to get into the broadcasting space, but I knew I didn't want it to be like world news, but I didn't want it to be entertainment, like less gossipy. So I thought, sports, perfect. I do love basketball. I love football. I love gymnastics. And so I have been working in broadcasting since 2018, seasonally, solely just gymnastics. I have done other sports like soccer, volleyball, basketball.
Hey, I didn't know you did other sports.
I did. Yes, I have. So that is the goal going into this next season. I would love to, get involved with the WNBA, but so far it's just, been gymnastics and
girl, that's like the most tea of any sport is the WNBA.
WNBA. I am a Sparks fan. Now that I'm in LA, I tried to get into the LA teams, and really WNBA was the only one that I could do that for.
I'm sorry, you're speaking to a Lynx lady over here.
Ooh,
well, Minnesota.
But that's valid because
Gotta
you are
stick
from
with it.
Minnesota.
That's
See,
the
I am
deal.
from the Central Valley of California, which is technically NorCal. But I am a Steelers fan, so
We hate that.
But yeah, so that's a little bit about me. But I also work at a law firm as well. I work in HR. When I graduated, LA is expensive, as many people know. And so I needed a job that will keep me here as I continue to do broadcasting. I also do dance. My God.
Honestly, I think that you very much exhibit what it's like to be living in LA as a professional. You have to
Yes.
have a lot of different things. And especially if you work even like in the industry at all, right? Like any sort of part of in LA, the industry is just entertainment, like TV, broadcasting,
Yes,
all
yes,
of that
yes.
business, anything on camera,
Yes.
anything related to that. That's the industry. And if you're in that, you have to have something else because so much of it is seasonal. It's
True.
very unpredictable. So how did you kind of manage? Because you came from not SoCal, Sacramento.
Did you say slow cow?
Yeah. Wait, girl.
Slow cow.
Girl, San Luis Obispo.
I know that, but I've never heard that in my life, which is so crazy because when
Wait, really?
So no, I haven't. I love that though. I've only heard of NorCal and
Slow.
SoCal. Slow. Yes, I know what slow is,
No,
but I've
but-
never heard of slow cow. That's hilarious. No.
Now I
So
feel
yes.
like
No.
I feel like it's wrong.
No. So I am from Central California. So yes, when we go to the beach, it kind of technically is slow, like Pismo.
Yep.
Yeah. But no, I'm like 4 hours south of Sacramento, 4 hours north of LA. So I'm like literally in Central Valley. Lots
Okay.
of cows, cornfields, very not much to do there, which is why I'm in LA, which is also why I went to UCLA, because I knew UCLA would be a great school for me to get into what I wanted to study and get into, right, which is broadcasting and dance. So I felt like this is the hub for like the dance community and broadcasting
Right.
and like all the networks and stuff like that. And so your question was how I manage.
I guess when you came to LA, right, it's very common to have all of those. I know it's so good. Very common to have just a ton of different jobs,
Oh, yes.
right, at once while you're pursuing your main goal, which is to be doing broadcasting full time,
Right.
And so how did you kind of manage that? How did you find your other jobs? And what did that process look like for you? Was it really difficult? Was it something that was just like, well, everybody's doing it, so you just kind of fell into it?
Yeah. I would say I feel like I'm maybe still managing. I think I'm managing it better. I'm not, burning a candle at both ends anymore. I used to overbook myself and overwork myself, because throughout the year I basically work 2 jobs at a time. So because things are seasonally, there is some overlap. But, the law firm job is, full time, right? And so that one was just normal. Like when I graduated UCLA, I was like, hey, like I want like a corporate job just to make sure it's paying my bills, my rent, and I kind of wanted to get that experience, just like working in corporate America, right? To kind of just get that working experience, and then broadcasting. Really, I didn't get representation until last year, so I got an agent this summer, and then like I've had a manager for the past couple of seasons. But like before, when I got into broadcasting, it really was just the network that I built, right? So the people that I've met, the relationships that I've built. I booked my first gig through a former teammate of mine who was working for ESPN at the time, and they were looking for an analyst, and I was just, just graduated, so I got my first, broadcasting gig 6 months out of graduating, which is kind of crazy. And I remember being extremely nervous, more nervous than I've ever have been, even just competing in the sport in general. But yeah, so I think that's kind of how I manage it now. But yeah, the regular corporate job was like just going through the, interviewing process, and then broadcasting was, through my network. And then I would say the same for choreography and dance. But choreography and dance really came just through my gymnastics background and, choreographing floor routines and beat routines. And, I travel around the country as well, choreographing in the summer. So, when I meet different families and parents in gyms, they get my contact information over the summer, and then they bring me back out in the fall when it comes to choreographing, for floor routines or beam routines that are needed before season starts. So, example, I was literally just here 2 weeks ago, and I went to Philly for 12 hours to choreograph. So it does get pretty busy, but I now know how to manage my schedule better to where I'm still able to enjoy life and have a better balance rather than being like, I am working all the time. I'm so sorry. I will see you in 2026.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that you were super, super, super busy for a very long time. And then you met Quincy.
I did, which is how we met.
So I want to talk about meeting Quincy, and then we can get into
how we met.
Our first meeting,
oh my God,
which was through Quincy.
That is a story, guys.
Quincy is JaNay's boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
They have been, how long have you guys been dating?
2 years.
2 years together. And Quincy is a professional or personal trainer. So he does a lot of athlete training and intense like HIIT training. He also does boxing specialties. He's great. And
she's correct about them being intense too, because he will push you to the absolute limit.
Wait, have I told you this? That the first time I worked out with Quincy, it was like a trial through the gym. And they were like, cool, Quincy has a class right now you can take with him. I was like, bet. And
it was not the trial.
Well, I did it, and I was so angry after that. I was like rage crying and like, who does that guy think he is?
Yeah.
And like Irtis was like, what do you mean? I was like, I was like, so I was not even being logical, but I was so angry because I couldn't do so much of the stuff that they were doing in that class.
Girl.
It was just because it was so intense.
Yes.
And Irtis was like, I got a great workout.
You're like, I thought it was fine.
Because he had his watch and he was like, well, the analytics say. Like, whatever. I'm like, he's like, my heart rate is like more. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I think the first time that I worked out with him, because I'll get into how we met, but I will at least say for right now, like, since we're talking about it, the first time I took one of his workouts, mind you, this is when we were dating, because I don't like him training me as a client while we're dating, because it's just not a dynamic that I like. I don't like him telling me what to do. Truly. I'm like, what do you mean you're trying to fix my form? Get away from me. My form is perfect. Focus on your clients. I am here to have a good time. But yeah, I almost threw up. Like, I needed to stop the workout like 10-15 minutes before it
and this
actually
is from
ended.
Like an athlete, okay, a
Yes.
D1 athlete.
Yes. And yeah, I locked myself in the bathroom for a good like 10 minutes because I thought, didn't, but it was brewing and it was really not a great time. But now, we're used to it better, kind of. But yeah, he will push you to the limit. He loves fitness. Yeah. Yes. You want to get to how I met him?
So yeah, just met? Let's talk about how you met Quincy. And we can go into our story too.
Okay,
because
perfect.
I think
that leads into our
and the
story.
reason I want to kind of talk about all of this stuff is because it's kind of nice to like go into like the organic way that people meet each other. I really like the way that, connections happen and like what it was about him and all of that kind of stuff. So
what was it about Quincy? Yes, okay. What was it? Okay, so for those who don't know, dating in LA is it's a war zone. It is quite reckless out here. It is hard. It is hard for the girlies. I don't know how else to. Just in general, it's tough. And so I had been struggling. Like literally, this is my first long-term relationship. My first and only relationship I'd been in was only 6 months, and so this is the first time, I've gone out of the honeymoon phase, and now I'm like, woo! I really do love you because wow, this is crazy. But yeah, so how we met, I just had like a really bad dating experience, like right before, and I was like, you know what, I need to try something new, and I really wanted to get into boxing, but I always had nails, but right now I don't. And she does. We always talk about nails, and she just got hers done. I'm taking a break because we're gonna get into the press-on game. I'm pretty positive of it now, but right now we are growing them out, and they are short, so I will hide them. I would literally be like this.
Girl, they look fine. Okay.
But yeah, so I wanted to try something new, so I'm like, you know what, let me try boxing. I took my nails off, and I was like, you know what, this is perfect time. And I remember this boxing gym that was called Glove Works because there were 2 locations, and I called them up. I was like, hey, I want to try boxing. I've never done it before. Can you sign me up? What's the process? She's like, okay, cool. Do you want a one-on-one or do you want like a group? I said, I have no idea what I am doing. Please set me up with a one-on-one. I need to learn the combos or whatever it is that y'all do. And so she signed me up with this amazing trainer. His name is Larone. And so I remember about to walk into the gym, and I was really nervous because, I'm trying something new and I don't know what I'm doing. And so I had like those nerves, but I was excited. And I walk in, and I remember seeing Quincy, like, in the back corner, like, teaching a class. And I said, wow, if I were to put a blueprint, like, make an exact blueprint of, like, what I was looking for visually, like, that is him. But alas, I am nervous. Like, I'm shy, so I'm not going to come up and say hi to you. So, again, you can just be my eye candy. I don't see us interacting in any way, shape, or form because I'm not going to introduce myself. So, I'll just be excited to see you day to day, like, look at you from across the room, And so my trainer, Larone, I work with him for, like, literally a couple sessions. So this is like within the same week, and he asked me, what sport I did, because gymnasts have a very specific build, and I said, oh yeah, I was a gymnast, and he said, oh, so you can do like flips and shit, and I was like, yeah, absolutely, and he goes, oh, you need to hook up with Q then, he does that too. Ayo, Q walks over. I don't call him Q, but that's what he said. And I literally remember like panicking in the moment. Mind you, I'm sweaty, I'm gross, I'm not cute. And I was like, oh my God, this is my time. Oh, this is my time. I'm meeting potentially the love of my life, but I don't know. And I just remember like he walked over, introduced himself, and I was probably like acting a complete fool. Like, hi, probably didn't say my name because again, my social cues go out the window when I think you're fine. And so we finally met, and so that barrier was broken. I was like, oh, so we did meet. So now I'm gonna be like more excited to see you every time I come and work out. And so over the like next few months, he like started coming over to me, saying hi, giving me hugs, and now like I would stretch after every session, so he would like come and like talk to me while I'm stretching.
Let me show you.
Let me show you my flexibility. And so like So while I'm like cooling down, he would like come and chat with me and stuff like that, and it kind of just progressed from there. He started walking me to my car, and then the moment like when we like finally like got each other's Instagram and numbers, because we both knew how to do handstand walks, right? And so we decided to do this like handstand walk video. So this was the first time we were like doing a video together. I was like, oh, this is so exciting. And so we did this video, and we like collabed on it, and then that's when we like got each other's Instagram numbers, and then we went on our first date in September, so like 2 years ago. And so that's really how it progressed. And I would say, yeah, that's how we met. That is how we met. And he trained her and her husband. So
for perspective, Quincy, just to how great his training is, I was trained by Quincy 6 months before my wedding. And I was also, or not even 6 months, it was like 4 months.
Yeah, it was a shorter window, I thought. Yeah.
And I was 2 months postpartum, and I was snatched by the time my wedding came around.
Oh, no, that's right. Oh my God, this bug, bro. This bug.
And so, yeah, and you met Quincy a few months after that.
Yes. So
it was like, just like the timeline. We just missed each other. But, yeah. Okay. Okay, we can talk about our first meeting now. So then one day, and Quincy and I have known each other, and we're friends, and Irtza is friends with him, my husband, and we're chatting, And he's like, oh, I met this girl, and, she really wants to meet you guys, is how he phrased it.
Which is so funny because I didn't know who they were. He never brought them up. But I love, like, that is how she really, because that's what he
Wait.
said about you. He's like, oh.
Okay. Wait, I'm dying. That was a bug in my mouth, and also the reaction.
Yes,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
still
This is
around
wow.
you.
They're
that
just like
gnat is
they're just
really.
everywhere. So basically, Quincy was like, we should do dinner because she really wants to meet you guys, and I was like, okay, let's do it on this day, and we'll do it at this time after we put the kids to bed, and we'll have dinner and we'll hang out. He's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And then you want to tell the story?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you my perspective before we talk about it, because we talked about it after. So he goes, hey, I have some friends. They're, a married couple. They really, really want to meet you. We're going to go over to their house, so you can meet them. So I'm thinking it's like we're going over to their house to chill. The gnat is loving you right now.
It's like a whole thing. But keep going.
Yes. So I am thinking that it is like we'll maybe like have a glass of wine or something very chill. We're meeting each other. Well, and so he tells me, oh, I said we'll get there around 8. Mind you, his schedule at this point in time, he wouldn't get home or like to my apartment till literally like maybe 8:30. So he gets home around 8:30. I'm like, if you told them 8, like, did you tell them we're running late? And he's like, oh yeah, like, let me text them. I'll tell them 9. I said, it is going to take 45 minutes to get there. So we won't get there until like 9:15, 9:30. Like, so we do arrive at like probably 9:45. It was very close to 10. Was it after 10?
It was like 10:30.
It was 10:30? It was 10:30. See, I've pushed it so far back into my mind because this is how horrified I am. So we get there well after 10.
And meanwhile, during this whole thing, I'm like cooking dinner and we have it ready.
I didn't
And
even know it was
Irtaza's
dinner.
looking at the food and he's like, okay, can I just, and I'm like, no, they're gonna come. And then Quincy texts, he's like, we'll be there at like 9:15, 9:30. And it's like, I was like, no, you can't eat it. He's like, and it's just like, imagine like the food here, and like Irtaza he does not do well when he's hungry.
Like hangry. It's probably,
He's so hangry.
Yes.
And so he was looking at it and he was looking at me and I'm like, they're coming, okay? And anyway, so 10:30 rolls around.
Oh my God.
And Irtaza is so hungry. He's like, hey guys, okay, let's come sit. Let's eat. let's eat, come. And then you guys were like, oh, we didn't know. I ate before. JaNay's like, oh my God, I ate before. Oh my God, I didn't know there would be dinner. And Quincy's like, yeah, me either. But I'll do it again. Like, I'll eat more.
Mind you guys, I had no idea that there would be dinner. So I'm like, they prepared a full meal. You told me we're supposed to get here at 8 p.m. You know your schedule doesn't end until 8:30. We got there well after 10. I was mortified. I was already mortified that we were like over an hour and a half late. Like, I really hated that. Then I tell Michaela about me being horrified. It literally haunted me for the longest time. And she goes, oh no, he originally told us 7. I said, oh, so it gets worse. It gets worse. His time management has gotten a lot better. I will say, but wow, that was the first time I met probably one of the greatest people in my life right now. But to this day,
whoa, right now,
Right now.
what is happening?
yes, there's
Okay, the attack
the
of the
gnats.
For
The gnats are
real,
crazy.
for real.
But no, and
But
I literally texted her today, and I was like, no, I'm still horrified. Like that
it
be
was just so funny.
the
It makes a
funniest
great
story to this day.
It makes
but
a great story.
yeah. So originally 7 p.m. We did not arrive until 10:15, 10:30. And there was dinner. There was full dinner. Steak, greens, potatoes,
Tomatoes.
wine, all of it. And I was like, oh, she cooked. I have no idea.
It's okay.
So that is how we
but
met.
I really loved because, and like this is kind of something that's really unique, especially as you get older. You're way more selective about who you let into your life, right? And we kind of talked about this and how like, as you mature, your friendships also like become a lot easier because you just kind of can suss it out right away.
Yes.
And so tell me a little bit about how, you make friends today and how it compares to the friendships you've had like in the past?
Ooh, I would say when I was younger, especially during college, I really cared more about being liked than respected. Like, I think, I was an only child growing up, so I really didn't like have siblings. Like, I was just it was just me and my parents, right? And then I had like my, gymnastics teammates and stuff, but I didn't really have like a issue making friends when I was younger. So I think I finally experienced that in college when I finally met people I did not mesh with. But I was like, oh, like, why don't they like me? Okay, I need to change myself so people can like me. And so I think that's what I really learned in college, because I didn't really encounter that like growing up. I don't know why I said me being an only child had anything to do with that. But anyways,
But I think
Unrelated.
there's like a piece of it, right? Like where your relationships were really dependent on like being really one-on-one, because your whole life weren't one-on-one.
That is true.
Right?
Yes,
so like
yes.
it really mattered to you what an individual thought versus like depending on a group dynamic.
Yeah. Ooh, that is true. Yes. So after graduating college, and I remember my head coach at the time, Miss Val, she had told me, she's like, hey, JaNay, like, after you graduate, you're going to have a good, like, core circle of friends, and they're going to be maybe like 3 people, right? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, and I didn't really understand it, but now the older that I get, because I'm going to be 30 very, very soon. And so I feel like I see more and more of that now. And you are so right about kind of sussing it out really early the older you get. And you are or at least I'm very intentional now about like who I surround myself with, because it is very important, and you do need that like close knit friends rather than like quality over quantity is kind of how I look at it now. But yeah, and I feel like the people that I've met after 25 are like my closest friend. It's really weird, because I remember thinking too, growing up, like, you have your friends that you met in grade school and stuff, and like those are going to be your core friends, or the people that you knew, like the ones for the longest are like the most important. But really, no, it's because we connected really fast,
we connected
too.
over like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
like bonded really quickly, and I feel like I've noticed that way more getting older now, because it's like you kind of gravitate to what you relate to the most rather than like proximity. Especially being on a team with so many different personalities. I feel like we talk about this all the time too. Like after you like graduate and you're not on a team anymore, you like choose who you want to be around with, right? Rather than like having to be teammates and needing to get along and needing to make it work out. And yeah, me and my teammates joke about that all the time. I'm just like, yeah, wow, like you are so right. It's like we had to be teammates at that time, but now we get to hang out with those that we really do bond and are like the closest with. So yeah.
yeah,
I hope I go on tangents sometimes, but did I answer?
I mean, yeah, this is
No, this is great.
No, it's good about the like just speaking to experience, because I feel like a lot of people, especially like I feel like D1 sports, in college sports in general, but specifically D1, there's such an intensity to it that the only friends that you have are other D1 athletes.
Yeah.
Because you spend so much time in that arena. Yes. You need to like be able to socialize, but the only time you have to socialize is with the other athletes, right? You were talking about even how you would spend your summers doing the camp, and you would bunk with, and that's when you kind of got close with Terry too, right?
Yes. Because we met freshman year, and she was also another D1 athlete, right?
Yeah.
And good point when you mentioned about like having other athlete friends, right? I remember before getting to UCLA, I said, I am only going to be around athletes. Like I must make like, normal college friends too. And so I had gone to ASU Admit Weekend, which is like the African Student Union Admit Weekend, like right before summer school started, because I just wanted to meet new people, and I wanted to just like make more friends outside of the athletic community. And I was very proud of myself, because I'm quite shy when I meet new people, but I'm very proud of 18-year-old me in that moment for like wanting to go and do that. Because that was, thinking back on it, I feel like I wouldn't do that now, because I get so anxious like around new people. Sure. Michaela could tell you about her birthday party last year when it was a murder mystery with instructions, and you had to like
she was forced to socialize, and that was a whole test in itself. But yeah, it was like, go talk to this stranger with a mustache.
And I literally went, I'll be fine with this bull riding challenge. I don't have to do this
I had
murder
a
mystery.
mechanical bull. It was a Western themed murder mystery. But this is another story for another type.
It just made me think about that. But yes, I just had to mention that point too of me wanting to make friends outside of the athletic community because I felt like that it was important. And I was like, ooh, go me. Like, I am very proud of myself in that moment, for that moment.
Do you feel like a lot of the people that you were teammates with are still at the closeness that you were in college? Or do you feel like a lot of it has kind of faded away or even just completely fizzled out?
I would say, it's really like a proximity thing and like a busyness thing. I now realize as an adult that when schedules, like it's so hard to get your schedules to align to even like meet up for brunch, dinner, coffee. And so I've noticed that the most. So it's not necessarily like a completely fizzle out. It's more of a, hey, so you moved to Vegas and you are now in Oregon and now you're in NorCal. Like a lot of teammates like moved out of LA. And mind you, like depending on where you live in LA too, really depends on how often you see them too. Because if you are like in downtown versus the west side, or like if you are in the valley or in Topanga compared to, it just...
The IE or something.
Yeah, like it's well over an hour drive anywhere, And so I think that you have to be more intentional about like getting together. But then when you are intentional, you'll be like, okay, so what does your schedule look like? Oh, you're traveling for this. So I think I've really had to get used to, okay, like people have moved away, but it's okay. We can do like FaceTimes or check in, or like, you send memes to each other, like the happy birthdays, or then when they are in town, then you like make time to get together. But I also now realize that you don't have to talk every day to, maintain that closeness. I think I used to really equate that with quality of friendship too. Like if you haven't seen them in a long time, or if like you don't, or if you're just so busy and you don't like text them or see them all the time or communicate every single day or every week, then like, oh, it's fizzling. But so
what does it look like to you now? Oh, sorry.
No.
I was gonna ask.
No.
What the like a quality friendship? What does that look like to you now? What a healthy friendship looks like?
Yeah, I think like proper communication. I've also learned that just in this relationship that I'm in. I love this relationship. But yeah, like communication is so important though, right? Because I even had a conversation with one of my former teammates, right? And she thought like it was fizzling out, or like that we were just kind of going separate ways. But I was like, oh, well, girl, you moved away, and like it's been really hard to get, our schedules together. And like anytime you invite me to something or to one of your events, I'm traveling or super busy. So I just thought, it was a proximity thing. But no, like I will always support you and I always love you. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's communication, and also like, do they fill your cup, right? I think I always like to surround myself with people that I can relate to, but also that like fill my cup, like this is like coming here is a safe space to me. I remember I had a really hard day working camp one time, and I came over here and I was like immediately drained. I think I definitely was crying, and like Michaela saw that and was like, go take a bath, like go shower, and she just, and I really appreciate those people in my life that like see me and that can like read me immediately. But yeah, so I would say that is like quality friendship, like those that fill your cup, but also like really good communication and like reaching out and making sure that you're okay, and like wanting to like keep that relationship strong even when there is like a disconnect, I think is really important.
So a lot of like verbalization and then in turn just like that emotional fill.
Yeah,
getting energy out of it instead of energy being pulled from you for it.
Oh yes. The energy vacuums, they do exist in friendships too, which is really hard.
I think that's like a really big sign of a healthy versus non-healthy relationship. It's just how you feel after you're done hanging out with them.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
That's like
yes,
a huge indicator for sure. And yeah, I know that new friendships and especially meeting new people as an adult is hard because you're like, okay, I have only so much energy now, and I don't want it to be drained by somebody that it's not worth it, right? So that's a big anxiety for a lot of people.
Oh my gosh, that's a big anxiety for me. My gosh.
Yeah, and so when it came to, for example, we went on this little girls' weekend recently up just very easy, close to Ojai, which is like an hour and a half drive away.
Yeah, it was a good hour and a half. It wasn't bad at all.
It was really, really, really cute, but you did not really know the other two people that were going. So there were 5 of us, and I connected to. So, there were like 2 best friends, Maddie and Alicia, and then you and Terry, who are also best friends, and like both of them were like longtime best friends, and I don't know how I got mixed into everything, but
she's the common denominator.
I guess so. So I was like, I really want to do like this girls' getaway weekend. I really need a break. I have, 3 little kiddos. I need like just a weekend to myself, just to do whatever. And Iritza was like, go do it. Get a group, make it happen. And so I did. And you did not know Maddie and Alicia before coming on that weekend. So how was it coming into that space? I mean, you had Terry, which was very helpful, I'm sure.
Right.
But you guys were there before Maddie, because Maddie is my neighbor. So that's how I know Maddie. But you guys got to Alicia's, and you guys had never met each other before you got there. So what was that experience like for you?
Oh, that's so true. Yeah, I had met Maddie before a couple times, but not in this setting. Like, this was my first time.
Not in such an intimate. It was like very much in passing, right?
Yeah. So this was my first time really getting to know Maddie and like build a relationship, right? And so, no, but I wasn't really nervous, right? Like, I do remember being like, oh, like very excited, and how, gracious Alicia was to like open up her house for all of us to just be very giddy and girls for this weekend. But no, I think that's the really cool thing about adulting, I think, too, is just like kind of letting yourself open up to like new opportunities of meeting people, and not being so like like I'm gonna cling to this really close best friend that I have and like not really say much, you know what I'm saying? And so, but I think we meshed really, really well as a good group of people, of girlies, and and we just shared experiences. I mean, all of them are married but me. Now that I think about it. Oh, yeah, Terry's married, and then everyone's married. Because we're all kind of in the same age range. Like, me and Terry, we are like 29, and then you guys are all like 3-4-ish years.
I'm also 20.
Yeah, you're also 29 too. But like same.
I'm 33.
Yeah. Like same kind of like life era, right? Like Terry's also looking
same
to
stage of life.
Yeah, same stage of life. Like Terry and her husband are also like looking to like have a kid soon too. So it's just like really cool to share experiences and tips, and like we were talking about like baby names one time, and like how marriage looks. They
still don't have a name, by the way.
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh, sorry. Maddie is pregnant, and she and her husband are due at the end of October, so in like a month, and they don't have even a short list.
They're also like because with their first, they like found out what the gender was like when she birthed.
But they know what it is now.
They do. Oh, so they
It's
did
a boy.
find it out. Oh, I did not know that.
What?
No, I didn't know that. I thought they were keeping it
No.
until the birthing. And so for the baby shower, I was like, I'm gonna get Winnie the Pooh because that can go either way.
Oh, that's so
okay.
cute.
Yeah, I've heard naming is tough. I was just with the friend who is also due, but she's due in January.
Yep.
I got brunch with her, and she was saying that names are harder the second time around, or like past the first one. So was it the same for you? I'm now curious because I didn't know.
Yeah. So, are we done talking about the weekend?
Oh,
are we done talking about it? I think so.
I mean, no. I mean, yes. Well, because you answered you asked the question of like, how was that for you? And I did answer it.
Sorry. If you guys can see the dogs here. Oh, this is Cleo. Wow, she's muddy. Oh, she's muddy. Cleo, for
that's
real.
What it was.
No. Oh. Hold on. Wait. Shoo. Guys. Oh.
No. Get away from me. She got mud on my pants too.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. Go. Is my shirt okay? I have one.
Yeah.
I have one.
That's okay.
Okay, cool. I felt it on my forehead.
Okay.
But it was slobber. Hold on.
Oh my God. Like, for real? She just came up with mud all over herself, and just decided to just climb. I can't believe that just happened. So yeah.
After that short commercial break.
Oh my God. Okay, so the sun is our timer, and it's actually going down. I don't know if you see.
Perfect. No, you were having a golden hour for a minute. It was cute. It was cute.
Yeah,
I
well,
hope y'all. I know y'all
we
peeped
both
it.
are. But yeah, the baby names are tricky. For Anaya, actually, so we didn't know Anaya's name going into the hospital. We had a short list of names that we liked.
Was
And
Anaya
our
not
favorite.
on it?
No.
Oh.
So
I love it.
there were two names that we really liked. No, was there three? If there was a third one, I don't remember it. But there were two names: Rumi and Zina.
Oh, Zena's cute.
Zina's very cute. It was based on a song, actually. Oh, I think it's a Moroccan artist. And it's like
wait.
Zina. Yeah.
Cute.
Anyway, it's really cute. We'll talk. Oh, I don't think we have time to talk about Morocco. Well, maybe we can try. But so we go in there and she's born, and Ertaza looks at her and he's like, "Okay, let's just name her Rumi and be done with it." I'm like, "No, I have to meet her. This is our first baby. I have to like meet her and get her personality." And what's crazy about babies is that as soon as they're born, you can get their personality right away.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like you can tell. I'm like, she's not a Rumi. I don't think so. But let me meet her. And so I was just talking to her. And I was like, "Hello. What's your name?" And I couldn't tell. And Erta's mom calls and like is congratulating us. And she's like, "What's her name?" He's like, "We don't know." And she had all of these names. And one of them stuck out to us, which was Anaya. We were in the hospital. She was just born, like meeting her on like video. And she was like, "Okay, well, these are some names." And she gave us a little bit of a list. His dad also gave us a really wonderful list. But Anaya was the name from his mom that stuck out to us. And we were like, "Okay, we really like that name. We're going to put it." And we were talking to the baby. And we were like, "What's your name?" And it maybe was delusion. But I was holding her one night. And I was like, it must have been like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Right.
And we're already running on no sleep. And we're like, "Okay, what's your name? What's your name, Anaya?" And I'm like, "Oh, you're Anaya." I'm like, that was it. It was over.
Oh
that was her
my
name. And
gosh.
honestly, can you imagine if Anaya was Rumi?
No.
Because we actually have a second daughter, and we met her, and immediately it was like, this is the Rumi.
This is Rumi.
This
yeah.
is the Rumi we
She's
were looking
Rumi.
for.
She's
She is a Rumi.
absolutely Rumi. I love all of your children.
Yeah. And so that's kind of how that name came to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a cute one. So I have a small game.
Yes.
If you'd like to play with me.
I would love to.
Okay. It's
Did you put these stickers on there?
these are courtesy of my children.
I figured, but they're all nicely placed.
They are.
Which is why I'm like, you didn't put these on because they're all very like perfectly placed.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you. This is actually a much longer game, but the sun is really setting. So I want to just be really quick. So we're going to call, it's going to be just a really fast, stick it or split.
Oh.
Where I give you 2 options and you just have to pick
What
one.
a theme. I love it.
It's a gym. It's Chat GPT, okay?
No, I love it. Okay, but stick
This
it
is
is
what
like
we-
yes or split like scram no. Is that like a stick it like a yes or
pick
no?
one.
Okay.
It's a this or that.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
you stick it or you split.
Perfect.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I
One or the
see.
other. Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay, that'll be the first one. Ready, set, go. Stick it or split.
I love a good stick it. I love a good 10.0.
Good sticker. Okay. Floor routine or bars?
Bars. I'm a bars girly.
Ooh, sequins or leotards?
Sequins can be on leotards.
This is what it's.
So sequins because
Sequins
leotards
are smooth, silvery.
or like lace. We had lace leotards.
Oh, okay. Lace or sequin?
Lace because sequins leotards are very scratchy.
Okay. Dancing in heels or barefoot?
Ooh, that's tough. Okay. Honestly, I love a good heels. I love a good heels sensual dance. Yeah.
Olympics or Broadway?
Well, that's tough. Huh? I don't know, guys. I don't know because my mom literally took me to musicals growing up. Legally Blonde was my favorite one. God, that's tough. Can I split and do both?
No, you cannot.
No, that's not.
Incorrect.
Fine. Incorrect. Fine. I will choose Olympics because there's so many sports that I love watching. Fine. Fine. That's my answer.
And TikTok dances or original choreography?
Original choreography.
There you have it. JaNay, honest, everyone. We didn't get to talk about our little girly trip to Morocco.
We can a little bit. Just
Well-
basically me and Michaela haven't packed, don't have outfits. The flight is booked. Is yours? Okay, my flight is booked. There's not much to talk about. We are still planning.
Okay, maybe we need to do another one. Maybe we need to do another one
We
where we
can,
talk about
Like
Morocco. So
post Morocco. This will be my first time going across the Atlantic.
this is another girls trip that we're gonna take, and we're going together with a few other girlies.
And I only really know Michaela. Like I know I know Eunice a little bit. Like that's also been in passing. So
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, I'm
But
very
it should be
excited.
good vibes.
I'm very
Should be
very
good vibes.
excited. Yeah.
And basically, we're just very unprepared. Not like me reading that game for the first time and being confused.
She goes, what?
Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you for
joining
having me.
I really appreciate
This
it.
was
And I
very
hope
cute.
that you enjoyed this, and I'm
No,
so
I-
glad we could chat until the sun just set so
Yes.
gracefully
No, this
behind
was
that
the
little mountain there.
best. This was the absolute best. And if you have recommendations on what to wear to Morocco,
Please tell us.
please, because I am not packing jeans.
We
I
are not
refuse.
ready. I'm not ready. I don't even have a flight. We leave in like 3 weeks.
No,
Do
that's
you realize
crazy.
that? It's
That's
3 weeks from now.
Very crazy.
Okay, let's cheers and get out of here.
Cheers!